Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Brought to you today by Manscaped. Supporting the show today. Don't forget the Manscaped 4.0 is available right now, and also your Manscaped packages that you can get for your perfect male grooming. Join over 2 million men worldwide who use Manscaped. Use the code Transfer Daily. You can get up to 20% off. And I can tell you that the skin safe technology on this 4.0 doesn't make rash challenges like a certain midfielder that we have who on Saturday got sent off. Right. So thank you to Manscaped for supporting the video. Happy Bank Holiday Monday to all of you guys out there. If you're in the UK, you will know that today is a day off. It's a holiday today. Normally today, excuse me, today we've been at Carnival. It'd be a carnival, but obviously because of COVID, no carnival this year. But big up to everybody here on a bank holiday Monday. Hasn't been a great bank holiday weekend if you're an Arsenal fan. You know what I mean? You've had to be listening to grief and taking stick off of fans left, right, and centre. In particularly Tottenham fans, who yesterday they were getting at me hardcore. Tottenham, of course, top of the league, 9 points, no goals conceded. Arsenal, bottom of the league, no points, 9 goals conceded. I mean, you couldn't write it. It's the ultimate mind the gap, and they've been giving it to me. Something has to change at Arsenal. Something really does have to change. And I think this is a big and critical 24 hours plus for Miguel Arteta and Edu. You know, despite spending £129 million in the transfer market so far, there's nothing to be excited about. And there's questions being asked already about the transfers, you know. And I'm not necessarily talking about the players that he's brought in because I think they've been sensible transfers. But did we really need to send Saliba out on loan is something that I've questioned right at the start, especially when you see him having a great game for Marseille at the weekend. Guendouzi scoring. You know, these are going to be things that are going to come back and are going to be asked of Mikel Arteta if they don't work out. They were bold, brave decisions by him that if he doesn't get them right, serious questions are going to be asked because we invested £50 million on Ben White and sent Saliba out on loan. And I'm looking at the two centre-halves. I mean, we had Kolasinac playing as a centre-back at the weekend. And Saliba's out on loan. Listen, right? So the next 24 hours plus is critical. What is he going to do? Will he make a late move for Houssem Aouar? Seems to make perfect sense to every Arsenal fan out there. When I saw fans on Saturday, they're like, Robbie, why don't we just go and get Aouar? When I was speaking to fans since, saying the same thing. A guy that we were trying to buy for £50 million last year, right? Now available for a fraction of that, like up 70 million, loans possible. Surely Arsenal should make a move for him. Or there's something going on with Houssem Aouar that we as fans just don't understand, because it seems to make perfect sense. But will they make a move for him? It's also going to be very important who they let go. One of the big ones that I'm going to be watching with interest is Alexandre Lacazette. Now, the reports are that all summer, Lacazette's people have been hawking him out to various different clubs. Arsenal have made it very clear to lots of clubs that he's available. We know that he's entering into the last year of his contract. We know he's on high wages. We know Arsenal would like to get him off the wage bill, but for who? And, you know, because they're not going to get a lot of money for him. You know, there's been rumours that Barcelona and teams like that have been looking at him, you know, talking around about 50 million euros because it's the last year of his contract. But if Arsenal do let Lacazette go, and remember, he was the top goal scorer last year, who do they bring in instead? And that is going to be a very important, you know, question, because he was our best striker last year. And I'm not being funny. At the moment, we're not exactly blessed in the forward department when it comes to goals. We've been linked with Oddsson Eduard of Celtic. been prolific for Celtic over the years that he's been there. Very, very good striker, valued at around about 15 to 20 million pounds. The 23-year-old, I saw him miss a easy shots yesterday in the Old Firm derby. Oh my God. He would get crucified if he missed that at Arsenal. But he's being linked with Arsenal today. He's also being linked more heavily with Crystal Palace. We know that Palace are looking for a striker. They're looking at Eddie Nketiah, as we know. And there's been talk, you know, that we've all know with the Eddie Nketiah thing that they want to pay around about £10 million. We want a bit more. They may move for Oddsson Eduard, or will Arsenal move for Oddsson Eduard if Lacazette goes? Because if Lacazette goes and Eddie Nketiah goes, we're really light on the striker department. Another player that we've been linked with today is Divock Origi. Now, I know a lot of you are turning up your nose at that and thinking, what? He has won the Champions League, by the way. But the Daily Express claiming that Arsenal may make a late move for Divock Origi if either Lacazette or Aubameyang are sold. Again, there's been lots of rumours about various players, but as I said, we would need a striker valued at around about £10.8 million. Liverpool do want to let him go, but is he the answer? I mean, he's be a decent backup striker, I guess. But what if you? I can't imagine if we sold Lacazette and bought in Origi, what the response from the fans would be. I mean, Jesus. Or say Aubameyang went and we bought in Origi or Eduard. It's not going to go down well. Aubameyang, by the way, is being linked with moves to Juventus and a couple other clubs, but the rumours is that he's not going to be going anywhere, and he will definitely be staying at Arsenal. So the rumour is that he's definitely going to be staying at Arsenal. But again, if he does goes. The other one is Andrea Bellotti. Spoke about him yesterday, the 27-year-old Italian. His fee would be higher, but even though he says their reported fee around about £29 million, he's another player that's starting to enter into the end of his contract at Torino, and they may be willing to let him go for around about £21 million. But again, you got to ask the question, and this is a really sad question to ask. If you're Bellotti, you've just won the Euros with Italy. Your stock is quite high as a striker in Italy. All right, you didn't get the move to Inter Milan that you wanted. Do you want to come to Arsenal right now? I mean, bottom of the table. I know it's only after 3 games, but bottom of the table. And it's not like I was watching Wolves yesterday against Manchester United, and they haven't won a game yet. They've lost 3 games on the bounce as well. But the performance in that game, they shouldn't have lost. They were excellent. They just needed to have been better in front of goal. We haven't got that to hold on to because our performance has been so bad. So if you're one of those players, are you saying to yourself, you know what, avoid Arsenal like the plague right now, because that's a team in serious trouble. And I'm not even too sure if that manager will be around if he signs me, and a new guy might come in and not fancy me. Let me avoid it. I don't know. Willian is another player that we know set to leave before the end of the transfer window. We've spoken about this one extensively. Looks like he's returning back to Brazil to play for Corinthians, tearing up his contract with Arsenal, and is set for a move. Miguel Azeez, the youngster, again, he's set for a move to Portsmouth. It hasn't gone through yet, but that deal will be or should be done before the end of the transfer window. So again, leaves a space in that midfield because, you know, you'd have thought if we're short there, we can bring him through as a backup, but he's going to be on his way out. And Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I spoke about it yesterday, heavily linked with a move to Everton on loan. But again, I question this one because if we don't bring in a new right back, does that make sense? I personally would play Ainsley Maitland-Niles at right back ahead of Cedric and possibly ahead of Bellerin as well. I'd have him and Bellerin battling it out. But Ainsley could be on his way out with a move to Everton, probably on loan. What's happening with Kolasinac? What is he going to be staying? Is that going to be the guy that's playing as a centre-back, played as a centre-back in 2 games now. And it's not worked. In pre-season, he played there. Not worked. Please, Mikel Arteta, come on, come to your senses. Why have we got these players? He wants to go, let him leave. Reece Nelson, what's going to happen with Reece? Probably a loan. Palace has been spoken about, but that's gone a bit cold. What's going to happen with Mohamed El Neni? Is El Neni going to be staying on for another term? Good squad player, but come on. 24 hours plus, big moments in the transfer market for Edu, Vinay, and also for Mikel Arteta. They've got to get this right if we are to start coming back and rising up that table. It's been a horrific start to the season. Worst start since 1974. Don't want to be negative, but maybe they can give us a bit of positivity with some good business in the transfer market before it closes tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. Once again, thank you very much for watching the show today. Thank you for Manscaped for supporting this video. The link is in the description. Please click on it if you want to get your 20% off. Use the code TRANSFERDAILY. And once again, to everybody here in the UK, happy bank holiday going out to you. Just relax. Try not to, if you're an Arsenal fan, just try and relax. Take your mind off of everything that's going on right now. And then we go again tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.